Simulator Sunday already starting a little bit earlier today. I thought I was going to go at, well, about, what was that, 25 minutes ago, and I had to do all the preparation, and I was waiting on some trains departing Barstow. So I had to pull out back in and get the rest of the train here, so, and then we had trains going, and so I just kind of set it all up ahead of time, and I didn't want to make you guys wait. So we're already in progress here. We're not that far. Let me show you here where we're at here in a second. If I bring up Firefox, we'll bring up the map here. We just crossed over Linwood, and I think Hodge is right here. So after the crossing, we'll take it. Well, we can look before. So we're just past Linwood, actually. So we're coming into to Hodge here. So get that out of the way, and tell these cars were coming. I'll give you all the stats here in a second. So we got a supply train that is, so you see it's cloudy here. We're not going to be a whole lot of smoke out here in Barstow because the Santa Ana wind's pushing towards the ocean. So those of you asking about the fires here, about 80 or 90 miles from like where the San Bernardino and West Colton yards are. I mean, driving, the crow flies is probably a good 80 miles. Pacific Palisades and Malibu and all that. So you're not going to see a whole lot, but we do have it is cloudy here. I don't know if it's smoke or not. It's 69 degrees right now here in Southern California in the San Bernardino Riverside area. And we are, we're on our way, as again, we just crossed over Hodge Road, the crossover at Hodge. What's up, the governor? And we're making our way down to the LA. I don't know if we're gonna make it. I mean, it's like a 5-hour trip. So yeah, we're gonna be stopping. We're not going all the way. I don't know if we're gonna make it down the pass. Maybe. We have to see how long it takes us to get there. I mean, I've already left, let's see, when I leave, about 27 minutes ago I departed Barstow, so it's like trying to get everything ready for the stream, and we're already started to go when we got that clear. And so I was going slow for a little bit, and then just kicked in the gas here, so we're doing 41 miles an hour. We currently are speed unrestricted right now until we get to Oro Grande. Again, if you look at the map, see right here, where's my mouse at? Right here we have a 35 speed limit, but through all of this we have none. So once we pass Oro Grande, OGD, then we'll have a 35 restriction going around the corner up there, and we'll have to hit the gas before we try to get up that pass, but that's going to be a slow move. That's why I don't know if we're going to make it down the pass today. We are on the Mateo Community server, so we're going to take this at least to the Martinez sighting at the summit of Cone Pass. We'll see how much time we have, because it's about another, it's about an hour coming down, because you know we got to come down. We have a weight restriction. The stats are right above. We're 15,000 tons. So looking at the Cajon Pass restrictions, based on our weight, we're over 14,000, so we can't even go down Main 2, which is fine because Main 2 is the one that's really steep. So we have to go Main 1, and we're going to be going, well, 20 miles an hour. So all the way down 20 miles an hour for 15 miles or 20 miles, whatever it is, to San Bernardino, to the sightings there is quite long. Thankfully, we're only 9,000 feet in length, so that's not bad. We have a number of locomotives on the front. Let's take a look at our train makeup. We're posting the, so we got 4 in the front. We do have some mid DPUs. We got 3 in the middle, and then we only got, I believe it's 1 in the rear. Yeah, 1 in the rear. We got empties back there. This train is does have some light loads intermixed within the heavies, and I didn't bother doing it. So there's some empties. There's some mediums and then some empties in here as well. See, there's the empties. We'll see what that does. We'll do our best to do handling and see what it does. If it causes problems, if we do end up going down the hill, then next time we'll make sure we put all the loads at the front end like they should be. Or at least, you know, towards the back of the loaded cars, and then you can have the mid DPUs that then have loaded cars behind it. So we're gonna find out. So how's everybody doing? We are now in our second week of January, second full week. Ready to start that, and so far it's pretty good. Get jury duty day after tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But yeah, HPT for this sucker is 2.3 with that 15,000, almost 16,000 tons. And we're trucking along right now, 43. All indications of our signals, looks like we have clear aspect all the way through Oro Grande. We do have this guy coming at us. So one of us are gonna get crossed over. That's a coal train. So hopefully it lets us go first, but we got a bunch of trains coming our way, so if I get stuck at that signal, and then we'll have to get going again. Got to get up that hill, the backside of Cajon with this heavy load from a stop, so it'll be fun. So we passed Hodge. Hellendale should be coming up here pretty soon. We already had that crossing. Let's see what signal this might be coming up. Between Oro Grande, yeah, it's got to be Ancon Transportation coming up. I don't know if it's intermediate or not yet. No, we're just gonna sit back and try to keep the train smoothly flowing. See what we can do on the speed and see how well we can keep her not bouncing around or anything. Standing in the middle of the tracks here. Oh, I can't. I was like, why can't I move? That's where I'm at. I was trying to watch the divisional Green Bay and Philadelphia game, and it didn't seem like there's a lot going on, so I went ahead and backed out of that and started this stuff up. What did I do? Did I hit something? Or are we slowing down? Why is there... Oh, because we're going up, maybe? The DPUs, they're not quite mid, they're more like towards the last third of the train. They're more designed to help push or pull, but I don't think they're going to do a great job of pulling. At 2.3 HBT, we're going to be using 15 pounds of air if we start going down. So if you're going to take this train later, if I don't get to it, I'm going to use a lot of dynamics, 15 pounds of air, at least maybe. I don't know, I'd go 20 because you might not make it down. You might stop. We're all for Malabar here. Get back in the cap. Our weather say it is here. 33 degrees? I don't think so. That is not getting an accurate weather report. We are going to upgrade a little bit. We're holding a good speed here. Like the rail driver put us at knot 6, even though I was at 5 previously when I started talking to you. We are going quite a bit uphill, so we'll leave it there. We have, so after we pass Oro Grande, okay, where is this? I see the crossing. So mile marker 17. Okay, so that's Indian Trail Road. Man, box truck is going to stop. All right. So, grade's starting to level out here, so I don't want to get too crazy and then start throwing gas on it. Half the train is coming uphill and the front of the train is going downhill, so we don't want to lose our control of the train, so we'll leave it where it's at. We'll just get ready to come off a notch when we start rolling more downhill. Mile marker 18, Del Oro's at 31, so that's going to start slowing down at 31.3. I mean, it's always cloudy there. It's always raining. It rained today already, right? It rains every day in Washington. Always raining. Yeah, it's 69 here right now. Both my internal and external temperatures are the same. So we're mile marker 18, halfway to Oro Grande. So we got a ways to go. At 1, 2, 3. 3 more crossings. The fourth, right after the 4th crossing is when we have to slow down a lot. Damn it. I use it brakes. That's going to cause problems. Because my mouse... Well, I hit it on the rail driver, but my mouse, sometimes it goes over to the other screen, and then when I try to do things here, it doesn't respond because the mouse is on the other screen. It's kind of weird. But you can see there what I did, so I'll bleed the brakes on the front end here. Or bell off is the right word. Might have a valve stuck there and 12 cars in or so. Keep an eye on that. Might hit F7 if we needed to, but back of my hand hit the brake lever. Road trains make me tired. Got the yawns going. But we got to pay attention here because we're going to be going downhill if we're not already. A little bit. Oh, straight, even grade right now. Level grade. That's a notch. Notch 6 was gifted to us by our lovely rail driver. I'm gonna hold on here for a minute. Again, we can go 55 in the train currently. We have there's actually nothing stopping us from going that, but with this heavy of a train, I'm really not wanting to make too many control movements. So that's one thing to pay attention when you got a really heavy train. The small amount of movements, the small amount of changes that you make are going to be for the better. Like when your back of your fingers slam into the train brake on your rail driver and it puts 10 pounds on, you know, you could break the train right there just from that. Or when you release them right after you realize, oh, I hit it. That's why we're in a simulator. Nobody's gonna die here. Although we are on multiplayer servers, so our actions and mistakes could have problems for other people. We don't want that either. All right, so we are going to, I'm gonna try to take one notch off to 5. Let's see if it holds. Light movement again with the, and the nuance with the rail driver of the play and the mechanism. P18 or 1989. Trying to get a signal. Turn the industry tags off. We don't need those. All right, mark or 21. Don't know if don't have like a I can't see the grade. See, it was a timetable that I believe shows the grade. I don't have one, so I think I have one for 2017. All right, we're getting up to 47. I'm going to come down to notch 4 is what I tried. Then I got 3, and I'll just let it do its thing. Switch is lined for another train, and they're talking to me now, so he's going to have me going to stop me here at Oro Grande. That's 29.4 is where that crossing is. That crossover, the CP, and we're coming up on 22, so I don't need to panic. I have 7 miles. we are coming down speed now from 40, so. Go ahead and give myself one more notch as we're starting to climb slightly. Hopefully it stays at notch 4. Just so we don't slow down too much. And see, just went to notch 5. Put it back in notch 4. Flashing yellows. Coming up. Six miles. And they put this G train in front of us, so we'll be following that train. Oh no, never mind. He's coming at us. He's gonna cross, but we might get a rolling green up here. So again, we got 6 miles, so got no reason to panic, flip out yet. Coda joined us barely. All right, down to 25 miles an hour with a long ways to go. Let me see if I can get it notch 5 and hold it at notch 5. We're a slight increase in grade there at 0.2. If I can hold it at 25 here for a couple minutes, that might be good. And then maybe we'll get that rolling green. I don't want to come in too hot where I gotta stop. Got 5 miles to go here from milepost 24. Actually, looks like it's, yeah, 5 1/4 or so. 29.4 it shows. But we can hold it around 25-30. We might make it. I just roll right on through and then we can hit the gas. Actually, no, because we got a 35 after that. So 35 as we go around the corner at Del Oro. Coming in towards the East Victorville. I am slightly speeding up, but that's okay. I think we should have one more intermediate. Intermediate 26 gives us 3 miles. Be it. You can see them in the distance. They're going to be solid yellow, meaning that one after that's red. But we're going to have a meet here in a minute, so actually he hasn't passed it yet. So he's coming in at that slow speed right now. He's doing 35 towards us. Go back to notch 4 if we can hang on to it there. See what we can keep here. $25 makes it 4 miles. And what do we need to stop this big heavy train without emergency brakes? Going uphill a little bit, shouldn't be too bad, but we're coming up on some level ground here, so I'm gonna go notch 3. Yeah, he's not quite yet to the signal. Should be there, coming up there pretty soon. So we can roll through that thing at 15. We might be all right. My 4 mile mark there. Do a count up from this point. Let's see where we're at. $9,000 feet train length. That's just shy of 2 miles. I think a mile is like 5,200 feet or something like that. All right, I'm coming down to 22, going uphill. Let's give it one more notch here. Notice I'm not making too many, whoops. Not making too many rash changes. I'm just, if I need to slow down, I'll come off a notch, wait a bit, come up. Got to do it ahead of time. That's the secret with these heavy ones. We went down past before with well, about this weight, about 15,000, 16,000. Look at the map, what it says. So yeah, it can't go down if we're over 16,000 tons. So at all. Miles. 4 miles at 22 miles an hour, you know, or what is he at 35? All right, he's crossing over now. He's actually, I'm gonna go ahead and come up and speed just a little bit. Let's go to notch 5. 4 miles, and he's gonna be speeding up. We got to get up to 30-ish. Oh, 8255 signal location westbound. Yeah, we got a stuck valve in there. If we need to stop, we'll do the F7 to clear that out, but It's a slow sticker. In there. I like this, I like orange is purring and yellow is struggling. Probably a -9. Not nighttime, he's not gonna dim. They used to, but now if it's daylight, they don't dim. All right, they're back of the train, just hit that spot. Wow, cereal right there. Num nums. Must be going to the Fruit Loops factory. So we are coming up to the speed, but we don't want to get crazy because 1, we're heavy. 2, we're just going to slow down here. Slow down about a 1.5 miles after crossing the crossover, the CP. So about 3 miles from now. So we can get up to 30. It'll be nice and smooth. One mile to go until the control point. Let's say with a hiccup. Yeah, man, this thing's really hurting for certain. Let's not tell the FRA that we just ran, stop Sage, just ran down to the head, down in there, down right below there. Take care of something. Check for water leaks, because we almost had one. All right, we're coming up on, well, we're 29 miles an hour at mile marker 29. 35 and 2 miles, so doing pretty good. We are still climbing, but we're in notch 5 all Looks like the mid DPU lost some radio signal error. That's why it's in yellow where it says notch 5 and it says DPU error. Due to the hills. Sniper time. Phew. Yeah. So if that DPU stays out of radio contact for, I believe it's 5 cycles or 5 minutes, I don't know what it is, then it goes red, means we have to stop and repair that. If you go in emergency and all that stuff. So let's keep an eye on that. Let's see what it does. It should hopefully clear up because that'll suck. Gotta stop. We just got her going. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be coming out. Well, it depends where. There's the cab. Yeah, it should be fine. One of those errors. Oh yeah, see it just, you just lost it. Alright, we'll start our slow down here. Gonna put air on. Yep, I'm gonna brake right now. The middle set of engines is not responding, so they're probably still pushing. Going to emergency. Right in the middle of the two mains.
DNSS detector milepost 28.2 main 2. Stop your train. Stop your train. Hotbox at axle 1 2. Hotbox at axle 1 8. Total axle 554. Ambient temperature 28 out.
Yeah, we're stopped. All right, DPU air is clean, is clear. I got my independent on. Go ahead and drop the brakes, drop the air off the entire train. Now we wait for the train to charge up. Gotta get the brakes off of the wheels so we can go forward. Or since we're streaming, we can just hit F7 and everything will be A-OK.
DNSS detector milepost 28.2 main 2. Ambient temperature 28 degrees.
All right, belling off the brakes. Uh-oh. A little red coming up. Now it's looking okay. Black's coming out. Or we were pulling on it, so it's actually not slacking. So now it's coming back towards us. The cars are. So we had a mid DPU radio failure. So the 3 engines in the middle could not respond to us. Thank God that didn't happen going down the pass or going up the pass. Going up is probably better than down, because going down would have been terrible, but that's how we clear it. We stop, go in emergency, it clears after a minute, and then we can start taking off again. The hot axles were from me putting air down on the brakes in order to get stopped with the mid DPUs pushing on the consist, because they were still set for notch 5. They were stuck. They didn't know that we changed in the front, so they were pushing. So I had to put air on both sides of it. Well, the engines would have reacted to it as well. They just wouldn't react to power because of the brake pipe that goes through all of it. Oh, we're off again. Notch 2, I'm gonna go to notch 3. Let's see if we can get up to notch 3. Yeah, when I'm talking about let's see if we can, let's see if it works, let's see if it doesn't break on us, it's because the rail driver very sensitive at the beginning notches. Well, at all notches. I'm like a bull in a china shop. I'm not necessarily smooth at making transitions. There's like no physical, like you can't feel the notching in there. Hopefully we didn't lose our light. Nope, we're still cleared all the way through, I think. Yeah. Cleared all the way to Lugo. Now, I did ask Otto for Martinez here. So he's putting me here. I cannot, let's see. We look at this. We cannot go down main 2, and if we look here, you can see that he has me routing down main 2 right now. Unless he crosses me over here, which he won't. Oh, wait. No, we're here. So right now we're routed to main 2, and we wanted to go up to Martinez. So let's get that fixed too. And he's got to add. I pushed the wrong button again. Damn it. Trying to get out of the, okay, I have to fix all this now. I relinquished my train. Yep. All right, so F7, get back where we were. I clicked up here and then to go, I don't know what I did, but I clicked relinquish my train. I don't know how I did that, so. Ay. Okay, notch 2, now we gotta start all soft. And here's the 35-mile-an-hour speed limit right here. So all locomotives are answering notch 2. Bail off. Things are starting to move. Yeah, you could also hit F7, Sage, if you, that's the cheat, right? So F7 is your air brake cheat. So you can hit F7 and that should clear the DPU. Not all, I mean, I think it depends. Like it won't fix dragon equipment, but because I don't know. I don't know if F7 kind of resets the brakes, but I think it fixes that one too. But, you know, so you gotta do it right so that, you know. Just don't hit relinquish train when you're driving. Otherwise, you have to start all over again. And it sucks on a heavy train. Again, if you're just coming in, this train, or let me push this one here. We're 9,000 feet long. We're 15,751 tons with 2.3 HPT. Meaning, so we're at manifest train levels. We're at M, and even though we have an H, but H on the Mateo community server means it's player driven only and not be AI'd because it's going into a local yard. So H typically is high priority manifest, and because it's high priority, you're paying more money to have your goods delivered. You would have an HBT above like 2.5, so between 2.5 and 3, not Z train, which are intermodals, high priority intermodals. You're not gonna have Z train HBT, horsepower per ton. You're gonna have somewhere in the middle, but the minimum is 2.0 for this area, this Cajon Pass area. The Cajon sub is 2.0 is the minimum. So a manifest would have close to the minimum, and we are pretty close to the minimum right now, 2.3, but we're making it work. Again, this really is a manifest. We just designate it as a high priority. So that H symbol on the Mateo community server means don't AI it. You got to drive it. Because if you AI it and you aren't sitting there in time, it'll go right past the yard that these cars are meant for. You know, keep on going and disappear. And then all hours and hours of classifying this train. Let me actually spell it out for you. So we have supply trains that are spawning the random, it somehow, I don't know how it works, but somehow Run 8 looks at all the industries, sees what you need, what industries have been serviced or don't have cars, and it kind of compiles all that together. And then we set up where a supply train will contain these specific locals. So the supply train then talks to the Run 8, you know, innards and says, hey, what do you need? It says, hey, this industry needs cars. This industry, here's how many can hold. Here's how many we need for it. So it randomly generates all that. And then the AI train spawns with those cars and drives to Barstow via AI. So it spawns on the ends of the maps. The AI trains, this one here specifically, I believe spawns, well, it was spawning over by Baker, you know, the west end of Bakersfield. And I think, I don't know if they're going to move it to more north Modesto, since now we have an add-on that's west of Bakersfield. But that train literally drives, let's just say the way it was Bakersfield. The train spawns at the edge of Bakersfield and literally drives to Barstow. And then humans have to go break that train apart, hump it, although we use AI to hump here in the Mateo community server. And then the hump will classify it, and then we have to pull it out and build a train out of the cars. Now, one train isn't normally enough to make, because there's several locals that come in on a train. So one train isn't enough to make a full train to go down here to LA. Where I have, what, 5 yards, so Porphyry, La Mirada, LAJ, Malabar. Each one of those has, so Porphyry has 2 locals, La Mirada has 4 locals, LAJ has 4 locals, Malabar has 2 locals. So 2 and 2 is 4, plus 4 is 8, another 4 is 12. So we have 12 locals that we're pulling cars for right now. And then of course there's San Bernardino, and we're coming up on Victorville here that has 2 locals out of Victorville. So between Barstow and Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles, you're talking about 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 separate locals that need cars. And you're getting, you know, look at our current, the 9,000 feet, we have 121 loaded cars and 26 empty cars. So that's 147 cars, because it doesn't count the locomotives in this in Run 8. We have 147 cars in one train that is going down to looks like 2 yards, or yeah, two bring up this thing here. So let's see. So this is ultimately going to LAJ, but we have a stop at La Mirada. We're going to drop off the cars that are behind the mid DPUs, or, you know, basically cut the mid DPUs off with the cars on it. So the majority of the cars here are going to Los Angeles Junction, LAJ. It says go to LAJ and then to C, because it has with the different locals. Because LAJ, so like I said, La Mirada has 4 locals, then LAJ has also 4 locals. At LAJ West, actually it has 3. So you have the LAJ West, which is the 22, so it's YVRN 2271. 2281, which is out of LAJC. And then you have the 3351, which is serviced out of A and B yards at LAJ. So you have 3 locals. So take -1 from my first. Rewind and go listen to what I said a few minutes ago. I think I said 12 and -1, so that's 11. We also added one in Malabar, but it's literally a transport. So it goes to Malabar, now goes to LAJC yard, gets dropped off, and then you come pick them up. You go take them to Malabar, and then when there's cars at Malabar, we used to drive directly out of Malabar, but now we'll just bring them back to LAJC, connect them to the outbound at LAJ, and send them back to Barstow. It is kind of confusing till you start doing it once or twice, and then you're like, oh, okay. Kind of how I felt with taking over down in LA a few years ago. I know it almost like the front of my hand now, not necessarily the back of it, but the front of it. We have a permanent temporary, that's what it's called, permanent temporary speed restriction here. 35, so we cannot go past 35. So let me get up to notch 5 because we got to speed up. We're doing 17 and a half. Is it Shift Z? No, it's Shift Z. Yeah, Shift Z will change this at the very top. I'm using my rail driver, so I'm using the horn up. But that will shift. This is your brake controls, your coupler and brakes. So the dots are your locomotives, or the circles that are filled in. They're white right now because I constantly bell off. That's that sound you hear right there. So I keep the air from building up in the locomotives. The top line is the coupler stress. How much we're pulling on, yanking on the couplers. We've got 140,000 pounds on the couplers right now. They brake at 400-ish. You see they're starting to get bright yellow there. It's because we're pulling from the front end. And those cars are trying to keep up with us. When they turn green, that means they're being pushed on. So you have the mid DPUs in the middle there, ish. They're pushing. They're pushing the train, so they're pushing on those. So that means they're pushing on the couplers back there. So you have to find that balance, because when yellow turns to red, red is going to brake, and then when green turns to blue, and then black brakes. So if it's pushing, it'll go to black. If it's pulling, it'll go to red. You don't want that. Orange is danger zone. Blue into purple is danger zone. Green and yellow is okay. Of course, the bottom line is your brakes. So when you apply brakes through the train brakes, that will come up from yellow to orange to red, all the way up to red when the or purple. I think purple is fully. Like if you go in, when I went into emergency, you may remember that they were purple on the engines and on that brake pipe. So that bottom line is your brake pipe. So that is the brake pressure that is sent down through the train. When you see I get the alerter, instead of clicking the alerter button, I just bail off, because you have to make a train movement, a train change, something that you can change, whether you honk, bell, or make any sort of control that you make for the train will turn off the alerter. Now, what was I saying about the brakes? They're purple. Purple was fully engaged brakes. Remember, the brake shoes lift off at 80, like 81 pounds, start lifting off. So at 80, your brake shoes are actually on, and it uses air to push the brakes down, and it also uses air to pull the brakes off. Not like a truck that has springs, uses air both ways, and that's why each car has its own reservoir. And when you release the brakes, you're actually sending air down through the brake pipe, and it's charging that reservoir back up to lift the brakes off. Or, you know, it's the brake pipe's telling each car what the brake pressure should be for that car. But it takes time to get to the back, which is why we have power or locomotives in the middle and in the back, because it means it's sending air both directions from there. So they're not just there to push or pull, they're also there as air compressors that fill up the brake pipe or control the brake pipe. Not just air and back up, but actually speed up the control, the air pressure of that brake pipe. And now I'm tired of saying all these things. So we're 1 hour into our trip here from Barstow. We are limited 35 miles an hour right now. Coming into Victorville. I look at the depot server.com maps. Speed restriction we're at is 30. Actually, no, it's going the other way. 35. We can go after we pass the Victorville Amtrak station. We can go back up to 45. And then we can hit 50 after we get past the Industries. Another slowdown just past Hesperia. So as we're going uphill, just right as we're going uphill, when I relinquished the train, I lost my what you call it? I didn't see that red light till right now, so we just ran it, but nobody around us, so let's I forgot to reset that. We want to go where we were originally, and he acknowledged me, so we're good now. But yeah, we ran that signal. I didn't see it. All right, signal location for 8255. And he's still not giving me, look at that. So we're getting routed here. He's still not getting me what I want, which was what I meant to do before when I hit relinquish. I meant to come up here and say, I need that spot, bro. I'm gonna ask him again, and I'm gonna cancel, and I'm gonna ask him again, I'm gonna cancel. All right, so we need this signal then. We'll ask him for this one. So I'm gonna say, and see, I keep trying to do that. I don't want to do that. That's what screwed me all up. So we're gonna cancel. We're fine, we're in the block. We ran the red light anyways. See, why do I always do that? Now we want to ask again. We can go there. We double clicked on this. Let's see what he does for us. I mean, he's going to route us this way, most likely. Got signals dropped. He's going to route us here, but hopefully, see, he's not going to put us where we got to go. We cannot go down this. So he's already cleared us through here. So we're going to, I hit F3. So this is how you got to deal with auto. I mean, there's no way around it. It's not a human. So we're going to cancel our routing. And then we're going to say, well, I need to go here. And from here, we'll have to work on it to try to get up. Or we'll set a restricting, but technically that's a pain in the butt because then we can only go 15 uphill, and that's going to be terrible. All right, so let's see. We want to go now to this signal. We'll stop here. We'll throw that switch. We'll throw that switch, and we'll say we want to go to the Martinez sighting. And I just hit F3 again. It's not smooth days here today, is it? Ran a red signal. We this up here. Don't see anything in here. See cars up here. I think those are on that's a local there, but make sure it's not in our way. Oh yeah, for some reason I always, when I go to dispatch, you know, I could do it right here, but I have to see the map I have. I don't have the, oh, it says UP there. Do I have it? So I do. So it's 6514. So we're on 65. I just tone 14 and then I can contact dispatch instead of going up here and saying that, which what I keep doing. And for some reason, I don't know why I'm doing that now. If you relinquish your train, you actually lose the routing that you had because you're like, I give up. And so to keep all the trains going, auto will just, that's from my headphones cord. Yeah, auto will just drop everything. And that's what happened to me, is that I was in a rush to get the train back going because we're live, and then I totally didn't even think about the routing. So here we are, slow rolling again, about what, 10 miles ago or something? My map. So we're here in Victorville. We're below 35, which is good. We can go up to 45. I'm going to get up to slowly get back up to notch 6. I did not do notch 5 there. Did 4. I don't want to break anything. Yeah, 45 right after the Amtrak station here. So this is 36.5. And once we start going uphill, probably around about 11 miles or so. We want to get going. All right, now going to notch 5. Let me try to jiggle the throttle on the rail driver back and forth a little bit so it doesn't go all the way up. I get my mouse on this screen so it reacts to what I want to do here. Sounds like my horn has a bell in it. So I let off the horn. I did Control F3 about 10 times until I got the got this. We've done that before. See. It'll be a K5. Do that one. Your trip from Barstow to Fresno last night today. Auto not give me anything you wanted. Cancel and manually set the switch I wanted. Yep. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Usually, so if you're on here, so you see here, he routed me past this. So once I get over here, I'll cancel the route. I'll throw this switch if I can, because this guy is gonna be coming. But once I get past this this signal here, I'll cancel my routing, and we'll go from there. I don't know if he'll give it. He won't give it to me, but we'll just have to deal with it, because I got a train coming towards me. This other grain train here. I don't know what this one is. X. $7,000 feet, just X. On the main. Oh, where that one's going. Oh yeah, CP Frost. So yeah, it's really, I did that video on how to do auto, and you know, doesn't always work. Got to figure out how to make it work within how you want it to. You can always do restricting and all it, you know, if since it won't give it to me, when I do a restricting, I'll just call it a green, because a human would know that I needed to go in that siding, and he would log me into it. Restricting to get there, yeah, I'm gonna get speed warnings and all that, but whatever. All right, so we are crossing over here. Lugo is quite a bit a ways away. So we just passed Frost at 37.8. Lugo is 49.7, so it's 11 miles. So I'm gonna go ahead and I almost did it again. Up. Let's just tone it out. So we're at 15, right? So where's our 13? We're over here, so 65.14. GTMF on. I think it's should be pound 1-4, right? star 14. Try that. That's it. Nope. Yep. So let's cancel the routing. And we're on a... Still on that 45 mile per hour restriction. And notch 6. I'm pulling pretty hard on this to get it to notch 7. It's oh yeah. All right, we're gonna have some problems with this. So let's see. Calibrate this. So there's notch. Then if I go all the way down here, I'll come back a little bit. We'll set it there so I don't have to pull all the way back. Go back into, see, we want to go notch 7. And no changes are made, because if I had it an 8, if you will, and then came out of the calibration screen, then it would go to 0 or whatever I had it at. So you can see up there the green pushing pretty good. I could actually, if it got brighter green, I could fence it, hold it back a little bit, but then I would be pulling more on the front end, so keep an eye on it. Yeah, for auto here in Run 8, I mean, auto is meant to keep trains moving, not necessarily route them into yard. You can't route them into yards except Barstow and West Colton. So to keep the AI trains moving, and when we interact with that traffic, to keep us moving through them as well, keep us all going down the line. When we're trying to get into a specific, siding, then auto doesn't always want to work with it, and he also doesn't really know what our train weight is. I find weird, because it knows everything. As that bright yellow, if that starts turning orange, I'll let off the gas on the front end. Cars can catch up to us. 100,000 pounds before it breaks. See, what do we got here? So we are coming down here now. We got a signal at Lugo again. It's going to be 49.7. You want to go here. I'm going to throw this. And maybe he's not going to give it to me right now, because I'm 3 blocks away, or 2 blocks away from the signal. So I got to wait till I get somewhere in here before I can ask. Yeah, I could set that blue so he can't change it. But we don't want to do that on the server here. If you want to do that, do it in single player. Wouldn't do it in server. If we gotta wait, we gotta wait. You can see a little bit of green up here. It means this is pushing. This is pulling more than these cars keep up. And of course, up here where we're at, we're pulling most of our cars, trying to keep up with us. We're actually still increasing speed by a mile per minute. One 1.5 grade we're climbing right now. Milepost 40 that we passed. 9 miles to go. This is a snowy view, but there's really no snow right now. It's dropped down to 63. %18% humidity, it says. Got the detector coming up, and I've got industries that are going to be off of main number 2 to our left. And then another detector on either side of Lugo. You can see we're doing 20 miles an hour right now and already in notch 7, so I don't want to look at it starting to turn like a little orange, so I'm not going to do much more with that. It's actually starting to climb up. Let me come down notch 7. This will black the train just a little bit. Hoping it would. All right, fine. Try pushing from the middle here just a little bit. See what that does for us. It's starting to get really bright yellow here. And then green at the just left of the mids up there. Okay, we got our DPU back, got slip. Go ahead and turn sanding on. There's a lot that we have to do. Pay close attention when we have these heavier trains, as you can see. Except for my mistakes that relinquishing the train caused. So far we're doing okay. I am fenced too, by the way. You can see that green line. It means whatever controls I make on the main set of locomotives here in the lead, they're going to act independent of these two that I control with the buttons on the rail driver all the way to the right. So I'm controlling these, the mids and the rear, independently of the front end. Let's see. let's say 14, right? We want to go to our spot. To a specific destination. Okay, calm. At the next control point. Which is good because I didn't have that that spot set anyways. After we pass these this intermediate signal here, we'll reach back out. Looking for a mile mark. There we go, 43. Oh, we haven't got to. Let's see. So this is he's 42.2. This bear's at 45, so we still got a bit of time. Got intermediates at 45, so 42 here and then 45.
DNSS detector, milepost 42.6, main 2, ambient temperature 29 degrees.
Not 29, 62. 29 is jacket weather. Oh, I don't even know if we can get this up into Martinez sighting because we gotta climb, and it's gonna be a heck of a climb. We might need to get some helpers, put some in the rear. So I don't even know. It's because we're gonna figure it out. Gonna figure it out. Gonna have to. Why don't do road trains? We're not 7 to nowhere. Especially climbing the backside of the hill. That would be. I thought I was going to be starting early enough to get to Martinez, and then I would go down the hill with you guys, but that didn't work out. Heck, trying to get it into Martinez has been a problem. Otto enjoying his vodka. All right. Go full speed here. But gonna be stuck at 17. Gonna sand off, see what happens. Right. Mile 44. So from 44 is Lucerne Valley sub that comes off of this guy. 44.5. Yeah, 2 miles. Well, this says 44 here. Oh yeah, because Hesperia is a turnout. Shooting for the Martinez sighting because I only streamed for 2 hours. I'm already an hour and a half in. And it's actually, well, yeah, that one's a sighting, but yeah. See. If somebody was in it, we'd really be screwed, but nobody's in it, so I don't think Otto's gonna talk to me yet, but see what he gets. Want a specific destination? I'll make the next control point. Oh, 1989. I don't know where he's at. I don't see him here. Well, that could be him here. That's him. The orange truck. Driving this guy. Where's that X? That X is here. We'll have to go look at that and see what that is. It is moving though, but it's just listed as X. It's gonna go off map. It's listed as a BNSF. A BNSF engine, so it knows it's BNSF and it will go, you know, straight off map. One that, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just shows X. From 45 to 52, that's where CP Martinez is. But we got to get through 49 first, which is 4 miles away. We're doing 21 miles an hour. Let me look at the chart here. Oh, this is 45. So the next control point, another one at 47. This is not Microsoft Simulator. We were playing this is Run 8 Train Simulator. RunateStudios.com. We departed Barstow an hour and a half ago. Actually, 2 hours ago I departed Barstow. And we're getting ready to climb the backside of the Cajon Pass. We're currently doing 21 miles an hour in Notch 7. At least the mids and the rear is Notch 7. The lead is Notch 6 right now. So let's go ahead and tone them out. There's another set of intermediates up here though, so let's probably say call me in the next control point again. Yeah, next control point. Got 2 miles to the next intermediates. After we get through that, we get through the next intermediate block, and we can contact him. I hit F3 again. I have a feeling like this guy's gonna get in our way though. D-Train, he's coming up the Cajon Pass though, so. Is this a pirate version? No, we don't pirate. We pay. This is a, we're on a multiplayer server right now, correct? It's Sunday afternoon though, so there's not a whole lot of people on here. Right now there's 3 of us on the server. On a Sunday night. Earlier today there were, well, you saw it when I just clicked it. That was who was on probably half an hour ago, and then earlier in the day there was a lot more. Probably average, it's hard to say. Throughout the day there's always players on, but it's, you know, you're talking about the entire Southern California area though. I mean, you can play as dispatch. The requirements, you'd have to be a member of our server first, which means you have to go through a skills check if you wanted to come play with us, to make sure you have the skills to be able to operate trains and run dispatch. This is a simulator, not a game. This is not Train Sim World or Microsoft's Train Simulator. This is actual, the physics of this game are near real life. Which is why I'm at the breaking, I'm not anymore. 190,000 pounds on the couplers. There's my intermediates way up there. Well, it's kid friendly. It doesn't matter. I mean, Microsoft Flight Simulator is kid friendly if you know how to fly planes, right? It's not hurry up and it's like driving trains, so everything takes forever. Not just jump in and take off. You know, that's not what this simulator is all about, like Train Sim World is, which is a game. This is 1 mile equals 1 mile. So 1 mile in real life equals 1 mile in the sim. Going from Barstow to Los Angeles the way that I'm going right now, like I said, I'm 2 hours into this trip and I've gone 47 miles. I've got another, if I were to drive all the way to Los Angeles, in a car from here, it's about another hour and 15 minutes. In this train, I got all signals. Well, I have to go down the Cajon Pass, but if I drive to Los Angeles, I'm literally can sit here. I can fly my way there if I wanted to go look at it, which I can't because I'm operating a train, but I'm about 5 hours from where this train is going to go. So I'm going to pull over when I can in a siding and somebody else can take it from there. Those are my intermediates up here. A solid yellow over red means that the following signal will be red over red. And stop. Unless we can get Otto to get us into Martinez up here. Again, is well, at our speed, jeez. But from Lugo to Martinez, it's 3 miles, but it's all uphill, so we're gonna be going slow. Once I pass the intermediate here, I'll reach out. Ask dispatch, will route me over. If not, we'll do it ourselves. Give Otto one more chance. The other dirtbag's probably, well, he has a signal there. Yeah, but he's coming at Silver. He's got a ways to go. Hopefully he doesn't route him right through me. I just get past the signal. That signal should have went red. So let's say, hey, we want to go here. And they routed him already. Yep, so see, he just, nope. Nope. That's terrible. We got to stop, and then we're never going to make it up. All right. So, let's see. We have a player here. I can't stop because of that. Oh, actually he's going this way, but he has a light here, so yeah, I'm gonna have to stop. I can't, if he wasn't here, I would just turn off auto and do it myself, because this guy is kind of far away from the summit. So auto should not have routed him that far ahead of me. So I'm stopping here in 1 mile. No, there's no option to make the speed faster than again. Oh, we'll stop at the light, and then I don't think we're gonna get up to Martinez in the live stream. I'll have to do it after that. So I got 1 mile to go. I'm doing just under 20 miles an hour. It won't take very long at this speed. I'm gonna take the fence off. Keep an eye up there as the MUs or the DPUs in the very rear slow down to the lead speed, which means we're going to put more pressure on the couplers up here. Around this corner will be the signal, so I'm going to go ahead and come down to notch 5. Got our detectors coming up right here. I don't want to lose all of my speed coming up the hill here. This is like this is not a good case scenario for us with this heavy of a train having to stop at this signal because Otto is being a jerk.
BNSS detector,
What happened?
3, main 2, ambient temperature 3.1
I mean,
degrees.
deleted that train. All right. Hope they didn't do it for me because we were good. No, somebody did mysteriously go in there. Perhaps the server operator. I was going to stop. We are going to show everybody how to come to a stop and how to try to get going again. But thanks, Garrison. Oh, but see, this jerk still did it. All right, so now we got to stop. Okay, so we're going to restrict into that. I'm going to cancel routing. I don't know about relaxing. Right now it's not relaxing at all. Let me get back to... So we're going to do this. Oh, wait for that signal. All right, let's do that. And then let's give ourselves a restricting on both of these. And Garrison cleared the way of that Q train out of the way. The Z train. Now we're going to proceed through the restrictings. You can see it flashing right there as we can proceed at restricted speed, but we're going to call it, since Otto's not playing with us, we're just going to call it a normal signal, a green signal into that siding. We will get a you've been speeding slap on the hand, on the wrist, but that's okay because we are going uphill. And we also have to watch our knuckles right there. Just deleted that train. Thank you. Yeah, that's out of it. Otto like literally waited until I passed that signal before he decided, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and give him the light. It's nice to have friends in high places. No kidding. I mean, so you think about it, it's like, you know, we don't stress on realism. You know, if you guys wanted to stop and do that or jump out of your train and go delete the other one, you could have. I don't really worry about all these things when I'm live. You know, if I was playing by myself and not broadcasting it, I would have probably done that, you know, but there's always things to be learned and, you know, patience. This is not one of those things that you can play with a lack of patience. Everything, one, takes forever. And if it doesn't take forever, as soon as you think it's going to be quick, it takes forever. But yeah, it's you know, it's, you want to be, you're playing a railroad simulator, so you can simulate operating the railroad, and that would include trains coming at you and waiting and all that. When you're streaming, you know, you want things to move along so that you don't lose all your viewers. Because if you're just sitting parked at a light, everybody's like, okay, we've been here for 15 minutes now and he's still parked. This train hasn't made it up yet. So, you know, you're going to lose some people. So, all right, let's check, make sure we have, so we just went through the restricting and we are crossing over here. And you says the train leaning, the tracks are canted. And that's because centrifugal force, if they were straight and you turn, you know, that's like on racetracks, you know, the racetrack is canted so that the cars don't flip over. And it's the same thing with railroad tracks. When you're turning, you want the centrifugal force to push the wheels down in the middle of the track, not be top heavy. So we are doing 26 in a restricting, and I did air quotes there. I'm going to get slapped on here. No, that's what I'm saying. Nobody would have a problem. Yeah, no harm, no foul. Problem is when I do that, I actually click relinquish the train stops, and then I lose my routing, and then I go fly there, and then the other train breaks apart, and I try to get started again, the train breaks apart. Christmas time, bolts and nuts popping out all over the place. Well, I really appreciate it, sir. That way we can finish. We can finish the stream here in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whenever we get there. Normally. Could have just stopped at a red light waiting for a damn train to come over the hill. Because he was coming up too. That's what really made it question mark, you know, for me. Because I'm like, he's down by Silverwood. He's not, he's, you know, still like 3 or 4 miles away, but he's only doing 10 or 8 miles an hour coming up. Well, it's AI. They're probably doing 12, but they're, you know, full speed or whatever. All right, mile marker 51 again. So Martinez starts at 52 and a half.
No defects. No defects.
We got no defects, which is good.
4, 8, train speed, 5, 8, mph, ambient temperature.
I'd say about what,
1 degree.
53 and a half or so is where we're expected to hit the signal. Got 2.5 miles. Again, we're going uphill. You see I'm getting kind of pushed on there. The green, you look at the top of the screen where I have those 3 dots in the middle, those are the locomotives in the mid, and they're pushing on the train trying to get it uphill, so that's why it's green. It's starting to fade now. And then the opposite of that is the orange that's happening, or the yellow. Sorry, it's not orange, thank God. But it's the yellow over on the left and starting on the right of those 3 dots in the middle. That means that the cars are being pulled a lot. The balancing act. Balancing act. Right, yeah. Otto is, oh, you're coming uphill at 8 miles an hour. Let's give you the next 120 miles. So that this other guy coming up in the same track can't pull into that siding. So you can pass him and then go downhill where he's climbing. Of course, Otto doesn't know. I mean, a human would know, like, hey, I'm 15,000 tons. So I'm not going to be able to get up there very quick. But also when I come down, I need a certain main. I can do a certain speed. Otherwise, people are going to die. I think Otto would know my train weight so that stays out of our way and it's like, oh, you need this main instead of fighting me every way. I got a deep. Oh, we also had a DPU error earlier for those who were here. We had the mid DPUs. The radio signal went away for a couple minutes and we lost command of the DPUs. We had to stop and then put an emergency on in order to clear that and get comms back with the mid DPU. But thank God that wasn't on the hill, because that sucks. I've had that happen. I mean, it happens going down the Cajon Pass, especially with the tunnels that we have. And when you can't control your overweight train because the radios stop working, yeah, it's not good. At 52, it should be the signal entrance to Martinez. 14,600 foot siding, so that's roughly, you know, 2.25 miles, 2.5 miles ish. Go back to our couplers. Got to get the mouse back over here so I can get all the way over there. So you see it's starting to turn orange. I'm pulling a lot on this side and I'm pushing back here. But I mean, what are you supposed to do? Now we're in the hill. We're trying to get up it. So can fence like this. Let's go up to 8. See what that does, but then I'm going to be push and, well, hopefully this kind of levels out a little bit. Can't double fence. This green should start increasing here, and hopefully it brings some of that orangish color away. We have a restricting, so we are clear to proceed. You see I'm starting to push kind of hard on here. What we gotta do is get there. Once you go downhill, it's not easier, but it's a different challenge. Getting up the hill is one, and getting down is a whole nother problem for somebody else at this point. We've done our 2 hours, and we're not there yet, but getting there. Yeah, it was you're talking about the one that got deleted. It was a Q, which is just shy of a Z, right? So it was a Q train. But I mean, he was coming up the hill, and he was many more miles away from the block than I was, and we were on the same track, right? So Otto is gonna stop me going uphill on the same track when the other one has to cross over, and it's intermodal, so it's much lighter than I am. Q is higher than an H. Yeah, intermodal traffic is going to be higher. So Q is a premium or priority. It's not a Z, but it's just shy of a Z. What is it? Superior? No, what is it called? It's in the depotserver.com under their destination tags, I think, or train types.
Main 1, ambient temperature 32 degrees.
Look. Go here, and then we go to reference, and we go to train symbols, locale. We see right here a BNSF, a Q train is intermodal guaranteed service. Yeah, premium is P, which I don't think they use anymore. You got S as a double stack, and then Z as the intermodal, which is the highest priority. We are an H, which is a manifest but high priority. But I do believe all the intermodals, based up because they're lighter, they are higher priority. We got nothing broken yet, so getting close to the signal. So Auto tries to route based on priority, but they should be routing. So if you have a Z train, and an H train, for example, Auto is supposed to give priority to the player. Supposed to. If it's not a Z, which I don't know why I just said. So if it's under a Z train, then the player, it's in one of the user guides or some release notes. Z train is the highest priority. Everybody knows that. But in Run 8, the next priority is supposed to be player operated trains. It doesn't matter the symbol if it's player. If it's player versus player, then the higher priority of those would take effect, but it's also dependent on when they entered the queue. So there's a little bit of programming going on, but it doesn't always make sense. And he doesn't have common sense because he's usually drinking during this time. Otto's on happy hour all the time. To the rear of the, so we're still on the main here. Coming right up, but we're getting there. Yeah, I mean, when I was trying to, when I was I was like in here. I was trying to, you know, when I first started from Barstow, I selected Martinez, and I said that's where I want to go. Well, then no matter what I did, auto would route me here, even though I had selected here. I stopped at this signal, I set this, I set that, and then double clicked Martinez, and I said, hey, I'm in this area. Well, it's like right here. I want to go here. Auto still clear me through like he did this Z train here. So he would not, because I can't go down main 2 with the weight that I'm at. I'm not allowed. Too heavy to go down main 2. I must go down main 1. I'm 1,000 tons over what I can go down main 2. And Auto does not know how much I weigh. If it was a human, you could tell, hey man, I weigh 15,000 tons. I must have main 1. And be like, okay, I'll route you there. And we know you're heavy, so we'll get you up that hill and let you keep going. That siding or whatever. If we have to stop, we'll have you stop, you know, as close to the downhill portion as possible. But the computer's just like me, I don't care. So, what you get. Well, I don't like AI. AI is going to kill us. They don't care. No emotions, which is actually also a good thing. You don't want something that can overpower you to have emotions. I mean, I think Windows has enough motions because it doesn't do what I want it to do half the time. That's too many emotions for me. I think Auto tries to route, you know, so because where you sit in the cab, you're on the right side of the cab. So I think Auto tries to put us on the leftmost track, and trains coming at us, AI or not, tries to put it one track over if possible. What's up, Deke? Well, this stuff's gotta get to LAJ first, by the way. I got just a couple minutes. I'm gonna be stopping at this light and turning it over to somebody else. I drove it here. I just gotta take it the rest of the way. Out of time for the week. Yeah, I don't know where that clip is, but yeah. Yeah, I hear that on the scanner sometimes too, on the radio. Listen to them. All right, let's start our slow down here. Right around this corner is our whoops, I just wanted to go down one. See, now I got the fence on. I got to turn that off. Yeah, I thought I'd get it down Cajon, but, you know, looking at the time, I ain't gonna make it another couple hours. I've done it. There are streams, or there are videos in here that have me going down the hill here. They want that red light sneaking up on me, so I put a little air on and it's like, well, get around and see it first. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, and there's some cars that are in the middle that are empty. I don't know why it's not working. You can see, so look, there's the light ones in the middle by heavy ones, and there's empties in the middle. And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, well, yeah, it does. All right, got a DPU error. One more notch in there. No, just one, not two. That's how you break the train. Gotta watch this though, because again, heavy. A lot of the train's still coming uphill. We're pretty much settling out on the lead. Got a bend in the train. Especially in the hills here at the DPU areas. I gotta wait till that clears. Well, I that's what I usually do, and then he gets all mad, like, why'd you change it? Well, because you didn't build it right. It wasn't that off, you know. It has a couple cars and it wasn't that crazy, so it should be no problem going downhill, I don't think. All right, let's we're gonna bring it to a stop here and then put some air on it. Way whoever has it next can get a little bit of a running start on it, and I'm not gonna put the handbrakes on. It'll go on as soon as you hit the relinquished train anyways. Whoops. Wanted this one. Well, that means NSF 8255 is at the summit. Let's relinquish the train here. Let's see how the end of it looks. See all those empty cars in the middle. 3 DPUs are okay. These are going to La Mirada, so if you take this train, make sure that you stop at La Mirada and drop those off. And then all these are empty, so that's no big deal. I do have a save of this in case there's a problem with it. I think Chris does too. But we will we'll save it right here. I'll do a world save. You guys should do this too. That way you can get the train back, you know. So let's see. Mateo. This is Martinez sighting. So that way I have everything within basically a 10-mile kind of radius from here. So this train and everything else around it, I have a copy of now. I can go into single player and get it to a yardmaster if there was an issue with it. It's not set up too bad. It's not. Yeah, in the old days, had a lot of the empty cars all over the place, poles everywhere. So, yeah, not bad. So whoever wants to take this, it is yours. It is at the Martinez siding. It is relinquished, and enjoy going down. I would do probably 20 pounds of air on it, and lots of dynamics, but nice and careful. Make sure you go down main one. That is a requirement. So I will mark this as available. And now it's a recrew. It's still priority. And that's going to do it right here. Simulator Sunday. Thank you everybody for showing up. Got to go to work tomorrow and start the new week all over again. I will. I'll be back on Twitch on Wednesday for some silly stuff, and we'll be right back here again next Sunday. Simulation. I don't think we're doing Super Bowl Sunday this year, by the way. So, as a matter of fact, I know I'm not. So on Super Bowl Sunday, I won't be here. We'll, yeah, AGS. We've got server going up there. Garrison took down the Southeast and has got AGS. If you're interested in going on it, that is going to be through the High Green Run 8 server. You have to be a member of the also the Mateo Community's Run 8 server. That'll get you your skills check, so you can go on either server. And come join us over there. There's a Discord. The Discord information is down below in the description if you'd like. Give us some time to get your skills check and things done, because obviously everybody's busy. Other than that, we hope to see you here soon, and have a good week, everybody. See you next weekend. Take care.